guys? Matt here at Brewery. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I figure we'll try a commercial this time. This is something I've been sitting on my fridge for a while. Comes from a friend of mine locally. He gave me one of these to try. He gave me a neat, interesting variety pack of beers that he got from all around here because he was kind of checking out some local breweries. And this one, let's see here. This is out of Asheville, North Carolina. It's called Baha Mari. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's a I Could Float Here Forever. It's a root beer float sour. So he gave me this because he thought it would be kind of interesting. I love root beer, and I've been on a sour kick for a while there, so it just made sense. 6.3% ABV. This is a full pint, and they do the labels kind of like what I've been doing with the labels. It's a vinyl label. It fits the entire 16-ounce can, top to bottom, and all the way around, with a very little gap in there. I kind of got my idea on a label size from some of these cans I've seen. So let me try to give you a close-up here before I crack this open of some of the artwork on the can. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's focused. Looks like it is. Yeah, nice artwork there on the can. Very nice job on the labels. It's pretty cool. I'm going to use my Epcot, my Germany Disney glass for this, I think. Haven't used that in a while. And let's see what we got. We'll chat for a couple minutes here. I don't have a lot of updates. I just thought it's been a while. Wanted to get in front of the camera again. Haven't done one of these Homebrew Wednesdays in a while, so yeah, it's not quite clear. Dark golden straw color. There's no head. It's gone. It didn't last at all. It does smell just like root beer. That's hilarious. I wasn't quite expecting that. But yeah, there's nothing. There's no sourness to that. There's no beer smell to that at all. No hops. That is just all. It smells just like a birch beer, actually. Very interesting. Cheers. Yeah, it's not real sour. It's probably higher on the pH level as far as sourness goes. I know when I did my sour, we were trying to aim in the 3.5, 3.4 range. I believe mine came out to being 3.5, and it was more sour than this. So I would say this is probably a little higher than that, closer to the 4, probably like 3.8 or something for this, if I were to take a guess. Yeah, there's not a lot of, it's very aromatic for root beer. Very aromatic, but in the taste, it's subtle. You can definitely taste some of that root beer character there, but it is a lot more in the aroma than anything. And for like a root beer float, you would expect it to taste like, vanilla ice cream. Not really getting that either. It definitely tastes closer to kind of what we did with the Tipsy Smurf, what Dennis and I did with that beer. Getting more of that sort of, sour ale character from it in the taste. A little bit of the root beer taste that follows through there, but it's an interesting beer. Very fun. All right. Well, I got a couple things I just wanted to share with you guys. I got back my results from the National Homebrew Competition. I submitted the Kilt Kicker, and I put it in the category 22, I believe it was 22C for the wee heavy. I don't know, I felt like they really dropped the ball here because one of the things I like to do when I submit to these big competitions, I like to get the feedback. I'm not expecting to win it. I really haven't won any competitions yet. I think the closest I ever got, there was a Marzen that I brewed a couple years back, and I put it into a local competition here, and I earned third place. The only award that I've ever won from any competition I've ever submitted. I really do this for the feedback. It is cool to win, don't get me wrong. It would be really nice to win, but I really like to get the feedback, and that's where I feel like they really dropped the ball here, because the writing on this very sloppy, very hard to understand, and it's very brief. That's my biggest complaint. I mean, there's some comments here, but I really would have liked to have a better understanding of what they were thinking when they reviewed it. Obviously, it didn't progress to the next round. The primary reason that it did not advance, they're saying, is it's evidence of undesirable bacterial or yeast character. So I'm guessing they just didn't like the yeast that we use, because that comment kind of goes through some of the other categories here. They're saying it's an inappropriate and undesirable flavor. I don't know, Dennis. I thought that beer was fantastic, so I'm not sure what they were smoking when they were when they were drinking it. Under the aroma, they have it down for medium in the malt category, low on the hops, and fermentation character is medium. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be a hop forward beer, so that kind of makes sense. They're saying that the fermentation character was inappropriate. They checked the box for that. They said it smells like solventy firm character dominates. So I'm not really sure what they're talking about there. Appearance, they're saying it was brilliant in clarity. The color was appropriate. The head was medium. Head retention was close. They have short to long, and it's closer to the long side of things, so that's cool. I guess the head stuck around for them. The head color says it was beige, and under the comments it just says hits all the points. So I guess on appearance it hit everything, and they were happy with that. So that's cool. The flavor, they said, had medium malt, low hops, low bitterness, medium fermentation character. Balance was more on the malty side, and the finish was in between dry and sweet. So I mean, that's kind of what Dennis and I think both thought about that. So I thought that was good. Decent comments there. But under the comments, they actually say solvents and plastic Band-Aid character. I didn't get any of that, so I'm not sure what they're talking about there. I know that the Band-Aid thing, that's people talk about that being like a stressed yeast. I don't know. Maybe I just can't pick up on it, but I don't recall Dennis pointing that out either. So I'm not really sure where that came from. I mean, obviously, some people have some better ability to pull out some things out of the beer than I can. I'm a horrible reviewer. I don't know all the descriptors usually to hit on, and that one I certainly didn't pick up on myself. And then under the mouthfeel, they have everything there as medium kind of across the board, and they're just saying that possibly higher fermentation temperature is causing some of the fermentation character to dominate. I'm trying to think. That beer, we used a malt forward type of yeast. It was a Scottish ale from Omega, and I just followed whatever the package said to do. If it said to ferment it between 68 and 75, which I think it did, I would have done 72 or something like that. I'd have to go back to my notes and look, but I'm pretty sure that I didn't do high fermentation temperature on that. And it's really a lot of the same kind of feedback. I don't want to go through this whole thing and bore everyone to death, but they talk about the same sort of stuff here for the second page. So I don't know. It would have just been nice to have a little bit better of feedback, a little bit more details on some of this stuff, because I didn't. It's just unfortunate. It would have been nice to know really what went wrong there. They're talking about the yeast, and I didn't pick that up, but maybe that's what the problem was. So I did get some stuff from October a couple months back. When I ordered their canner and their cans, a lot of the cans I got came dented or damaged. So they were very kind to hook me up there. And they really liked the review video I put together, so they actually sent me some stuff. So I wanted to kind of show you guys. I did get this. They sent me this hat, and they sent me a couple of t-shirts. And that's really cool. October, and on the back it says Seams Legit, spelled C-E-A-M-S, Seams. Get it? Very cool. You know what? I'm going to try this on. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? Put the hat on. There you go. Now I'm going to be a walking salesman for October. Now, very cool, guys. Thank you for sending me this stuff. They also sent me some decals. I didn't unpeel them yet, so you only see them kind of in reverse. It just says to-go cans available here, and you can put that on your window or something. And they sent me a couple of these transparent, October can seamers labels. One in white and one in, I guess, like a black or a gray color. So find somewhere to stick those. Maybe I'll stick them in my wall there of decals. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys this week. Not a whole lot. Like I said, hopefully brewing soon. Got a couple of collabs that I'm planning out. I'm planning to do another collab with main brew guy Gary, and also another one with Dennis. So I'm not going to say more about them just yet. But we're figuring that out. I think the one Dennis and I think we're going to brew in July. Got some family vacation stuff coming up, so we're going to kind of work around that. And well, brew during the day this time, so we don't inconvenience Dennis. Dennis was very kind to brew with me at nighttime the last time we brewed, so I'm going to come to the light side of the moon this time and brew during the daytime. So, with that, this was a fun beer. We're also in between the in between the experiments. DKN for me. I'm done with everything. I just have to score everything online, and I'm waiting for the Saison package to come my way, which I believe it's in transit. So once that comes in, I'll be doing the reviews for the Saison. Hey, if you're not part of BrewTubers, come check us out. A lot of fun. Come join the fun, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Have a good night. Cheers.